But the thing that's going to increase your capital and the amount of money that you bring in overall for the rest of your life is going to be improving yourself, improving your business, and investing in you. In this video, I'm going to give you the top investments that I'm personally doing, and then I'm going to give you the number one investment by far that you could be doing during this bear market. Right now is an absolutely crazy time with the markets going crazy. Everything's down. The media is telling you to sell everything and just live under a rock. Gas prices are $500 a gallon. A loaf of bread is so inflated that you have to go to the store and just buy it by the piece right now. And everywhere you look, people are giving you different advice of what they think is the best investment right now. My students in the classroom and my private clients have all been asking me, what should I invest in? And while this is not financial advice, I do want to give you guys an insight into what I'm doing personally so that you can use that as a starting point for your research, because I am a university professor and I do specialize in personal finance. So what's the best investment right now during the bear market? Let's start with cryptocurrency. This one, out of all the asset classes, seems to be the one that's beaten down the worst. But if you watch a lot of these crypto guys and gals, a lot of them are still telling you to just keep buying the dip. And while I do agree with buying the dip on things that you totally understand, I don't think that it's just necessarily a buy just because it's down. Sometimes it's down because it's a terrible asset and it has no value. Right now, what I'm doing personally in cryptocurrency is I'm just sticking with the top 3 to 5 cryptos, and I'm not even putting that much money into it. I am dollar cost averaging, which just means I'm putting a set amount in every month, no matter what the price is. I'm sticking particularly to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I feel like Bitcoin and Ethereum are just going to be the big two forever. There's so much utility in Ethereum, and Bitcoin is just a storage of value just like gold, and I think it'll continue to be that forever. Cardano is kind of like a growth stock in my opinion. It's very, very low right now with the potential to be the biggest skyrocket, I think, as far as the top cryptos. Traditionally, every time that the crypto market has dropped, about 75 to 95% of all cryptocurrencies fail during this time and die out. So to be safe during this time, but also to grab a little upside, that's what I'm doing. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. The next asset class that we're all familiar with is probably the stock market. Now in the stock market, you can go with individual stocks and you can go with index funds or ETFs. Now a lot of companies in those individual stocks are beaten down the worst, down 50%, 70%. And so with that, if you were to invest in them now, when they get back to where they were, or even go further, this is where you can make the most amount of money. Just like the cryptocurrencies that I was talking about before, though, there is a possibility that these businesses either stay low or totally go out of business because of this time. So my opinion is that if you don't know every little thing about the company that you're going to invest in, right now may not be the best time to be investing in individual companies. As far as index funds and ETFs, I'm definitely continuing my dollar cost averaging. So as far as stocks, that's what I'm doing right now. Real estate. That one is a tricky one because of the interest rates that are just rising every couple days. When the interest rate rises even 0.25%, it makes your payment much higher. It makes it much more expensive for you to take out a loan. And recently in California, it's gone from under 3% to now almost 6%. And so that's doubled, which means that your payment per month is much, much higher. Looking through the research, however, owning real estate as an investment has been such a solid investment. I'm still looking for a property to do a short-term rental in an area that I know people are going to go to vacation to. Now, because those interest rates are so high, I do have to be careful with the total price of the home. And so right now it is a little tricky because house prices are so high. So I'm just waiting, but every couple days I analyze deals, I look for things that might work, and I've put in a couple offers. For those of you that are looking for your primary residence and buying a house right now, I would just caution you and just be careful and understand exactly what your max budget can handle is. And don't go above that, because going into a time of possibly a recession, people do lose jobs. So if you buy a house that you can afford right now with an income or double income, and then you lose that income, you don't want to put yourself in a position that you might have to be strapped for cash and possibly even lose the house. So do what I'm doing and just look at deals and make sure that all the numbers make sense before you go in on something big like that. So now all those were very good investments during this bear market, but what's the best one right now? Best investment that you can make during this bear market and eventually in this recession is an investment in yourself. Now, I know you've probably heard that before, but right now it makes the most sense and is the most important thing that you can do. If a stock is down 30% and you put money into it and eventually you can make 30%, let's say you put $1,000 into this stock. In a year or two, when it comes back up, you will have made $300. You made 30%. Great investment. Very, very solid. But that means within 1 year to 2 years, you have a total now of $1,300. Let's say instead you use that $1,000 to start a side hustle or to educate yourself and learn how to level up so that you have new skills and you can go out there and charge more for whatever it is that you do. If you already have a business or you already have a side hustle, you could just use that $1,000 for marketing to just throw gasoline on the fire and grow that thing. If you use that money to invest in yourself and your education, it's something that could potentially come back tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Easily. Like if you're currently at a job right now and you're making minimum wage or a little bit above minimum wage and you learn a new skill that makes you more valuable to that employer, and instead of you now making $15 an hour, you now make $20 an hour, you'll now make that wage here on out. And even better, if you totally learn a new skill and you can get a new job that pays way better than what you're getting paid now, that's where the real magic is. So for me personally, I'm investing in myself big time. And the way I'm doing that is really trying to put everything I have into this YouTube channel. So I'm investing a lot of time, a lot of effort, and even my money into improving these videos. Any of the big companies that have survived 10 years, 20 years, 50 years have all taken this time when everybody else is kind of scared and backing off to just put their foot on the pedal, work harder, put more money into research and development, and improve their business practices so that later on when the market goes back up and people have money to spend, they're going to choose the company and products that have improved the most. So you guys can take my lead and the lead of companies that you respect, and you can make sure and go to work while everyone else backs off. Try to take a step back and not just look at the day-to-day of what you need to get done in order to make some money. I want you to look at the entire picture. What does this company look like in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? What's the optimal business that you'd like to be running? Who are your clients that one day you hope to get? How much do you want to charge for your services eventually? Then I want you to put together steps of how you can get there. Most often, it takes you working and grinding while other people are sleeping, and you going over and above without getting paid or without getting recognition right away, but staying consistent, and eventually, I promise it's going to pay off. So yes, investing in stocks, crypto, real estate, all of these things are important during the time that the bear market is happening and people are backing off, because that is how you're going to increase your investment income. But the thing that's going to increase your capital and the amount of money that you bring in just day to day overall for the rest of your life is going to be improving yourself, improving your business, and investing in you.